What you saw at the beginning was a 6mm thick carbon steel plate cut cleanly and smoothly by the Senfeng Tools D300 in a single pass. Normally, cutting metal this thick would require a much larger industrial machine, something you never expect to fit on a desktop. But that's exactly where the Senfeng Tools D-series changes the game. With an 800 watts fiber laser combined with a 40 watts blue laser, this machine goes far beyond basic cutting. It can cut metal, weld, remove rust, and engrave, all in one compact system. In this video, let's dive into the real-world performance, smart features, and overall design to see whether this is something you might actually consider backing on Kickstarter. And if you like what you see, check out the link below and consider pledging. Your support really helps projects like this move forward. Let's jump straight into what this machine can do. The unit I'm using here is the D300 with an 800 watts fiber laser. There's also a D600 version with a 1200 watts fiber laser, which is more powerful and offers additional features. You can find more details with the link in the description. But in this video, we are focusing on the D300. The 800 watts fiber laser is officially ready to cut up to 8mm carbon steel in a single pass. I didn't have anything that thick on hand, so I used this 6mm plate instead. As you can see, the machine first pierces the material, then continues with the main cutter using a leading line. This keeps pierce marks and unstable cutting away from the final edge. Take a look at the cross section. Super clean. You can clearly see fine, consistent cut lines. When it comes to precision, this is where things get impressive. The D-series uses a 40-enclosed leading module design, which basically prevents dust and debris from entering the drive system. This significantly reduces maintenance while maintaining long-term accuracy, achieving plus or minus 0.01 mm repeatability and positioning accuracy. I run position accuracy tests on both the X and Y axes with the stops set every 100 mm. As you can see, all feedback stayed within a 0.01 mm tolerance. I also ran 5 repeatability tests on each axis, and all results remained within plus or minus 0.01 mm, ensuring very consistent performance. Since I briefly mentioned the software earlier, I want to highlight a few standard features. It's impossible to walk through everything step by step here, but one thing I really like is the adjustable cutting height. It's not fixed like on many fiber laser systems. Gas pressure can also be adjusted directly within the software, rather than manually at the gas tank. This makes sense because straining and cutting require different gas pressure settings. Not only is the system accurate, it's also fast. Thanks to the linear module paired with the high power motors and a rigid machine structure, it achieves acceleration up to 1G, comparable to industrial-grade equipment. This is not a toy, it's a genuine production machine. I also made this stainless steel Christmas tree. I didn't measure the exact thickness, but efficiently, cutting stainless steel up to 4mm thick is no problem. I wanted to add a bit of festive touch, even though by the time you are watching this, Christmas is probably already over. Still, wishing you all the best for the holidays. In addition to metal cutting, I also test the machine on wood and acrylic. There is a slot on the side where you can easily slide in the blue laser head, and you're ready to go. You can choose between a 40 watts or 60 watts blue laser. What I tested here is the 40 watts version, which, according to Senfeng Tools, can cut up to 20mm thick wood in a single pass. Again, I didn't have wood that thick, so instead I used a 10mm board to cut this back design. And the results look great. If you're into old DIY projects, this machine is definitely worth considering. Also pay attention to the exhaust system. The smoke is aggressively poured into the air purifier. You can optionally purchase Senfeng's air purifier, which is a big plus if you work in a confined space. As for acrylic, no problem at all. Here I cut my similar logo smoothly and without any hassle. Of course, engraving is also supported, like on this leather piece and on wood, and the results are actually quite good. That said, I won't spend too much time on engraving here. Realistically, if you're paying a machine this powerful, engraving probably is your main reason. Any standard laser can already handle that. Now, let's cover laser welding. To start, connect the nitrogen gas line and attach the correct copper nozzle. Once that's done, you're ready for handheld welding or cutting. This is a standalone unit with an 800 watts fiber laser source. It has its own software, a built-in touchscreen for adjusting parameters, and a wire feeder for welding. That means it can operate independently for welding or cutting, perfectly convenient for outdoor work when needed. It supports materials from 0.2 mm to 4 mm thick, with a very small heat effect zone. I tested 4 different welding modes: spot welding, continuous welding, scallop welding, and pulse welding. Just look at this weld seam. Clean, smooth, and extremely consistent. The weld strength is no joke either. I tried smashing it, hitting it, and dropping it. The metal is self-deformed, but the weld held perfectly. That's seriously impressive. Handheld cutting is also supported. Take a look at the cut surface. Clean, precise, and sharp. Even when done by hand, I was genuinely surprised by this. Out of all the modes, my personal favorite might actually be rust removal. You don't need the copper nozzle for this, just remove it and aim the laser at the rusty surface. Watching the rust disappear in real time is incredibly satisfying. This is currently the smallest and lightest handheld laser welding machine I've ever seen on the market. Despite delivering 800 watts of power, it weighs only 25 kilograms, and the overall size is roughly that of a desktop PC tower. It's honestly hard to believe, and I think for many home users or small workshops, this could be a very compelling option. By now, the Senfeng D300 has already proven itself as a very capable machine. What really blows my mind is that it can perform tasks that in the past were impossible with large industrial systems. And it's not just about power. Ease of use has also been greatly improved compared to traditional industrial machines. First, edge tracing. You can place a metal sheet on the base. Even if it's not perfectly aligned, the machine will scan the sheet, detect edges, and automatically cut a standard rectangular shape for easier future processing. Second, obstacle avoidance. I purposely placed several 10 mm tall bumps on the base and had the machine cut circles between them, and it completely avoided the obstacles. When working with warped or uneven metal sheets, the capacitive sensing laser head continuously monitors height changes in real time. If an obstacle is detected, the laser head automatically lifts without interrupting the job, effectively preventing head collisions. Third, micro jointing. This feature leaves tiny uncut tabs between your cut parts and the sheet, so parts don't fall out during cutting, but it can be easily snapped off afterward. Super helpful for keeping everything organized. Without micro jointing, parts just fall off and can easily get lost, which is annoying. Fourth, edge shearing cuts. If you are cutting multiple identical shapes, like small squares, the machine can shear cutting edges between them. This improves efficiency, maintains precision, and reduces material waste. In my demo, you can clearly see the difference compared to normal cutting. Even in the event of an unexpected power outage, the system automatically records the current position. Once power is restored, you can resume the job with a single click. No wasted material, no wasted time. Speaking of minimized material waste, industrial-grade nesting is a key feature here. The D300 supports advanced nesting algorithms that optimize how different shapes are laid out on a sheet, even fitting smaller parts into leftover gaps. This significantly reduces waste and boosts overall production efficiency. Lastly, if you're still interested in the design and build quality, I'm happy to walk you through it. Everything here is clearly designed with safety and convenience in mind. The D300 measures 850 by 850 by 700 mm, including the protective enclosure. I can easily place it on the same desk I normally use for filming other products. This enclosure features a magnetic door that's easy to open and securely close. On top of the protective enclosure, there are several rows of indicator lights that clearly show the machine's operating status. There's also an additional touchscreen that you can mount anywhere you like. It's essentially a mini computer. This is extremely convenient for creators. You can prepare files using the mobile app or Windows software, transfer them to the screen, and let the machine start working. In some cases, you can even grab a photo from your phone and cut or engrave directly, without opening your computer. There is a dedicated emergency stop button to instantly shut down the entire system in case of an emergency. There's also a laser selector switch. Turn to the right for fiber laser output, center for no laser output, and to the left for blue laser output. This design helps prevent accident operation and as an extra layer of safety. On the main unit, you'll find the welding head, which can be removed for handheld welding and cutting. You can also attach the board with the head, as demonstrated earlier. Below that is a high temperature resistant drawer lined with a graphite plate, so flush cut parts or scrap material won't damage your workbench. Overall, that's the Senfeng Tools D300. The moment you get your hands on it, it feels solid and industrial grade. This is a machine made for serious creators who want to live up with their productivity and take their work to the next level. If you're a maker, small shop owner, or DIY enthusiast, the Senfeng D300 isn't just another laser, it's an all-in-one powerhouse. It can cut metal, engrave, weld, remove rust, and even handle wood and acrylic projects, all from a single desktop machine. If you're looking for a tool that can balance industrial level performance with real versatility, this is it. Check the Kickstarter link in the description. Early backers get the best pricing, and the pledge directly helps bring machines like this to life. Keep building, keep making, and keep creating amazing things. Thanks for watching. I'm Sammy. We'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.